Well, hey folks, and welcome to Solar Cabin Channel. Hey, usually you catch me doing reviews of big batteries and power stations and big solar panels. But every once in a while, I like to review some of these products that are smaller, lighter weight, that are used a lot by campers, by preppers, by people putting a bug-out bag together, or for emergency power use. And I got a couple of products here, and these are made by GOODAAA, which is G-O-O-D, good, and then AAA, I think is how they pronounce it. But they have some really interesting products that I think are really useful. And one thing that stood out to me is that they really put a lot of features into these products. Now, this is a power bank. This is the 45800 solar power bank that can be charged 5 different ways. And I'm going to go over all of the features on this because this thing has tremendous amount of features that I have not found in any other power bank that I have looked for, that I think would be very handy, especially if you are a hiker, a camper, an off-gridder, or you want something for an emergency power bank in your car or vehicle or something like that. This has all the features that I would look for in it. So we're going to go over this first. This is a 10-watt portable solar panel that folds out. And I'm also going to go over the features on it, but I'll set this aside for now because I want to go over the features on this power bank. Okay, first off, this is a power bank. If you don't know what that is, it means it's got batteries in it that will hold a charge, and then you can use it for charging up all of your other things that you might take along with you camping, like your cell phones, small radios, handheld GPS, anything that'll run off of a USB. This thing will charge up. Now, this thing has a built-in solar panel. This is a solar panel on the front of it. It also can be charged up 5 different ways. It can be charged up from USB, USB-C, or it has a hand crank, which you very rarely find on these units, which I think is really handy. It actually has a hand crank charger on here, which you can take and you can turn this, you can spin this. It has a small generator in there, so when you turn this around, you can also charge it up that way. So you can charge this up in the sun from the solar panel. You can charge it up from the hand crank, or you can charge it up from your vehicle's USB port, or from home USB A, B, C, whatever it is that you have to charge it up. You got 5 different ways of charging this up. So that is really handy. And I haven't found one that has a hand crank on it before. I'm really impressed with that, even though it takes a lot of turning to get very much charge out of it. If you're in an area where you can't get good sunlight, or it's nighttime or winter or something like that, you can still use the hand crank enough to get enough power in this that you could power up something like a cell phone or something like that. Now, some other great features on this. This has a fast charger on it right there. You can actually set your fast charging phones or other devices that you have that are fast charging. This has a 15-watt fast charger on it, so you can set your phones or anything on there, and it will charge that up. I haven't found any other power banks that have a fast charger on them, so that's one of the features that I'm really impressed with. Also, you can see these cables up here. They included and built in the cables, so they're connected here. And it has most of the common cords here. It has it for the Android phones, it has it for the Apple phones, and the wiring is connected. Okay, so you don't have to carry an extra wire for all of your different gadgets that you need to charge up. They thought about that. They included the common connectors that you would need in order to charge up any different type of gadgets, and it pretty much, I think, covers everything. They also have the ports for your USB-A, USB-C, and fast charging port down here. So if you do have your own cables, and it's not one of these that's up here, you can also take your own cables along like these, plug those in and charge up whatever gadgets you work. So there really shouldn't be any gadgets or small things that you take along camping that you can't run and charge off of this power bank. Most of the power banks that I've used in the past just have a USB out port, or maybe a USB and a USB-C out port. Then you have to take your own cables along. You may be packing around 5 or 6 different cables for things that you want to run. They included them all in this. We're not done there yet, though. This also includes a compass, something that I highly recommend if you're going to be hiking or camping in places where you could get off the trail, maybe get lost or something like this. They include a compass. Now, this is a very basic feature that people think compass, well, that's old school. You bet it is. But it will save your life if you ever get turned around and get lost, because you can always check your location and get back to your vehicle or back onto a trail or head downhill so you can get out of trouble. They include a compass in this. They have a flashlight on this, which is a really bright 2 LED flashlight on his. Then they also have the emergency strobe light. This is a slow strobe light, and it has the fast strobe light. All right, so if you're in an emergency situation, if if you're in an emergency situation where you need to get attention, you got your flashlights on here, you got your compass on here, you got enough power to power up a cell phone, a GPS, walkie-talkies, anything like that that uses USB. It's got a solar panel on it, it's got a hand charger on it, and it can be charged from your vehicles. So that is an excellent combination that I'm very impressed with this unit. My small radio out, and I will plug this in right now. Now this battery is completely dead, okay? Plug that into the unit. Then I'll turn the radio on just for long enough to let you know that it works. Okay, so there I've got my little radio, which I take outside with me all the time, charging up from this unit, and it will run this, and it will run the radio and charge it up at the same time, which I really like. It will run any type of your small gadgets. It will do your cell phones, anything like that that you're likely to take with you camping. And I'm especially impressed that it has a fast charger on it. It has all of the cables that you're likely to need for charging up your gadget. It has that hand charger on it if you need it. It has a solar panel. They also include the carabiner, and it does have a place where you can attach this carabiner, so if you want to, you can hang this off of your backpack, and then you can set this out in the sun on your backpack, so while you're hiking it can be charging up in the sunlight, which is really good. Plus it's just a safety feature to keep it attached to you. And they also include the one extra cable that can be used for charging, but like I said, this can be charged from 5 different sources, including these cables up here can be used for charging this unit. So you shouldn't have any problem finding some way to charge this up. And it's very compact, fits in your hand, it's lightweight enough that it's not going to add a lot of bulk to your backpacks, or you can keep it in your glove box in your vehicles. All right, again, that is made by Good AAA or Good AAA on Amazon. I would really go and look at those. I think this is a good product. And this is the 45,800 milliamp model on Amazon. All right, go take a look at those. Hey folks, welcome to Solar Cabin Channel. Hey, this is another product that I got from Good AAA, or Good AAA, I think is how it's probably pronounced. This is a 10-watt solar panel designed specifically to charge up small gadgets like your cell phones, radios, GPS, handheld units, walkie-talkies, whatever it is that you might be taking with you camping. Very lightweight. Folds up, has a nice picture on the back side of it there, and then on this side is the controller. Has USB-A and USB-C fast charging ports. It is 10 watts, and it actually is high performance, so will actually put out a good amount of power, which I'll show you. I'm going to use it to run my portable radio that I take with me all the time. This would be an excellent product if you are a hiker, a camper, or you want something to put in your bug out bags, or for an emergency. If it's an emergency blackout situation, you could set this out in the sun, at least charge up your cell phone, small gadgets, things like that. 10-watt solar panel will actually charge up a lot of gadgets, all right? And it can charge directly. You don't need a separate controller. They have the built-in controller right here. You will need the cable. They include one cable. However, if you have a different connector, then you will need to put in your own connectors. But they do provide a little pouch here, so you can stick all of your cables that you might need for your gadget. You can stick them in that pouch. Now, looking at this does have some loops on it. They do include 2 carabiners, so you can attach this. You can open this up, attach this with these carabiners to the loops, and you can hang it off of your backpack in the sunshine, so that it's going to be collecting sun the entire time and charging up whatever gadget you need to, or you can set it out on the ground. It doesn't matter. It is well made. All of the stitching on here is really well done, hinges and everything like that. Solar panels appear to be very well made, and so now I'm going to take it outside and I'm going to use it and show you that I can run my little radio here, which I use outside all the time and take with me camping. So let's take this outside and put it to use and see how it works. Okay, so here is this 10-watt solar panel, flexible solar panel. It does fold up, and it's got hooks on it for a carabiner. It's got the charger right here. It's got the charge controller right here with a USB port and a USB-C fast port for charging out of there. I really like the size of this thing. Besides just being cute, it's really lightweight, flexible, well made. All of the stitching and everything is really well made. You just set it out in the sunlight. 10 watt is enough to charge up fairly fast most of your small gadgets. And I've just got my radio hooked up there to it. But this battery in this radio is completely dead, and it's running, it's charging it up, and it's also playing. So it's charging and it's running this radio at the same time. I've just got it running static. This radio does have a tiny little solar panel on there, but that takes forever to charge it up. With this 10-watt solar panel, it'll charge up that radio quite fast, and it will also run it so I can play music at the same time. Okay, so those are 2 products made by Good AAA. that I really recommend that you go and take a look at, especially if you're an outdoors person or you know somebody that is. They'd make great gifts. This one can be charged with its own solar panel. This is a 10-watt solar panel. You could get both of them, which is what I have, and you can charge this power bank up from your 10-watt solar panel, and they're both very, very lightweight. You can take them along in a backpack, and you've got quite a system, and you've got a nice little system there for keeping all of your gadgets charged, running your radios, GPS, anything else like that. Good AAA on Amazon at a very reasonable price. Go check those out, folks.